Well, good morning. Yeah, you didn't see much of me coming back yesterday. Left Stephen Bibbs and just hit the road and was stuffy and struggling. Thankfully, the 3-hour journey went quite fast. It didn't feel like a 3-hour thing. I was listening to an audio book, which was helping a lot. Got back to Willowfield after talking with John a little bit. He knew that I was feeling lousy, so bless him. When I got here, within 5 minutes he'd made some sandwiches and some air fried tinned new potatoes, which were one of our favourite things. So I had some food as soon as I got here. So I got here, had a nap, and then I had my first shift of the week, starting at 6 o'clock. So it was a bit of a rush to get back and do that. So all was well. Early night after work at 10 was had. Yeah, I'm still not sleeping very well, but I had to sleep upright a little bit more because every time I lay down flat I started coughing. So now I've woke up, all my chest is hurting a bit from coughing, and I'm all snotty. I did see a thing. It's amazing what your phone hears, isn't it, and what it gives you. So there's a thing where you press here with one hand, and then with the other hand you press here at the same time. Obviously I can't show you properly now, and you just hold it like that for 20 seconds, not pressing so much it hurts, but just pressing enough. And since I've done that, my sinuses have released, and I'm like, yeah, okay, this is gonna work, whatever. And it did. So I was real snotty before and not so much now. So yeah, so that's a good thing. But today we have exciting things happening. I am going to turn my heating off because it's blooming warm in here. So there is El Broken van. So it's been there since it was pushed onto the pitch after the recovery guy dropped him off. And we have to think of some things to do. Obviously there's Airbnbs on here, but I know they've got some bookings in. And as you know, we've been thinking a lot about land and what we're going to do next and next steps and stuff. So today we are off out to look at touring caravans, just to see if something like that is a decent next step for us, see how it feels. We've had many, probably 10 touring caravans in the past. I've told them, John's told them, I prefer towing. John's not a big fan of towing, but I don't mind so much. My van's got a tow bar on it, but we've just got to go out and have a feel and have a look round and see what we think about that. So that is the plan for today. So I've got a cup of coffee. I've got all the shopping from France, which we're not going to unpack in John's van because there's no point, because we don't know when it's. I think it's going to, as soon as John sorts out some alternative accommodation, then the van's going to get collected and taken to be fixed. So off we go. Just finish my coffee, empty my loo, and head to the first one in Gainsborough.
First time towing in how many years?
Oh, crikey.
Must be 10.
10 years, yeah.
The concentration.
It's called papping oneself.
Oh.
I'm all right. The van's handling it like a dream.
So how did you feel today about your towing experience?
It was all right.
Yeah?
Yeah, considering I'm full of cold. Yeah, and I was just like, well, there was times when I was like, John, I've just got to relax because I'm going, Ugh! And the first time with anything but like a high-powered Audi A4 or S4 or whatever, it was absolutely fine. This thing is amazing, this little van, and it tows like a dream.
For sale soon.
Shh, don't listen. I feel much better now you've got somewhere to stay and you're not going to be sleeping underneath my van. Well, hello and welcome to the land of snot and cough. Oh dear me, I have been rotten. I am running on Nurofen Cold and Flu or Beecham's Max Strength and little snotty nose preventers and all the things. It's getting quite chesty now, I must admit, and my chest has been hurting a little, but hopefully it's just working its way out. So I'm just taking the meds like a good girl. Although I have found, I don't know if it's because of all this medication and stuff that I was on previously, that nothing seems to work as well as it did. So, hey, who knows? So anyway, I got an exciting delivery today, and I'm going to start playing with it now. Are you ready? Look, it's Sushi. So I'm a little bit miffed because I lifted it up and it's just like, well, what's this here? And it seems that we've got nori seaweed. Bless you. A to-do guide for California rolls and a to-do guide for how to roll sushi, but look, so it's gone a bit, ugh. I've got my mat, a nigiri maker, which is basically just like makes the little long pieces of rice that are like long and thin rectangular bits, so it makes them. Big jar of ginger, love that stuff. Some sushi rice, 2 rather soy sauce. Oh, I need to just stand you up, right, don't I, fella? There we go. Soaked chopsticks. Some soy sauce. Doesn't look like it's lost that much. So it's sushi vin, and then this wasabi paste will be going to the first person that likes it because it's too spicy for my liking. So I'm just going to go, because there's no instructions on how to cook the rice in all of this. It shows you how to do it, but it doesn't actually say. It just says cook the rice according to the instructions, and it's not in there. So I'm just going to have a quick Google to see, and so from what I've been told, it's literally boil the rice until it's cooked and then chuck some of this in. So I'll just double check that. My little pot's out ready, so I'm going to get that done. So I've got salmon in the freezer, but nothing out, and just been to the shop to buy more meds and got some rich hoisin sauce. I got some Spanish diced chicken, cooked chicken. So I'm thinking of mushing it up and putting some hoisin sauce on it, so I can have hoisin chicken and cucumber. Thought that'd be nice. And while we were at the shop, I got some of those fake crappy crab sticks just because they were there and they were like £1, and some cream cheese. So I'm going to have those crab stick pieces and cream cheese in some sushi as well. So I've just got to get the rice cooked and then get it cooling. I've had a day of, I say a day, I'm not doing anything. We've been doing these things, been obviously trying to sort John's van out and whatever. And I know I said we went caravan shopping the other day. It turned into a little bit of a weird backwards and forwards thing, because we didn't find any we wanted to particularly show off. I think there was a few places we've been to where the caravans looked subpar. They're not really something that we'd recommend. And then you don't want to put things like that out with names and things for where you're going. Everybody else, it was obvious to see. It's not like we saw something because we just know what we're doing. A lot of things were obvious, so we're like, no, we're going to stay away from naming anything that we wouldn't recommend to go to in the first place. And ended up buying one off Facebook Marketplace. So we have one Caravan sat there, and I'll tell you the story about that another time. But for now, let's get on to making some sushi rice. All right, so here's the mess I've made. So that's hoisin chicken, which is basically these little chicken cubes I got from Spain, and some hoisin sauce. That tastes amazing. Crab sticks are just shredded with a fork. So got that there. I've done the thing where you peel your cucumber flat, so you don't get the bits with the seeds in. Obviously there's a little bit there, I'll scrape them out. And then you cut them into thin bits so you can put them on the rice. Got some of this left. I've bought some more cream cheese, but I've got some cream cheese with herbs in, so I'm going to put that. So it's going to be crab sticks and cream cheese and hoisin chicken and cucumber in the sushi there, and that's it. So I can't find any cling film. Normally you have to wrap these in cling film, so I'm just going to have to use it and then hopefully clean it up. But I'm not going to be doing California roll because the rice is on the outside, so I'm going to do it the other way, with the maki, not the maki, is this a maki? Nori, with the nori on the outside like that, so it's a bit cleaner. So I'm probably going to do one with that and one with that, get the soy sauce, get my chopsticks, get the pickled ginger, and go over and see John over there. So yeah, let's see what they look like when we're done. I don't think because I can't film and roll, I'll see what I can do, but this is not going to be the first time I eat sushi, so I've already got ideas to do like Spanish sushi, so I can use cooked red pepper and chorizo in the middle, and breakfast ones with egg and sausage maybe. You know what I'm like for mixing things up a bit, you know, breakfast risotto and all of that stuff. So this is just a try first, just to see what disaster it's going to be with the rolling. And then hopefully after that I'll start setting things up a little bit more to record. But we've just finished recording the end of the John and Mandy video from getting the vans back here and up to date as in right now as how that's going. So that should already be out. And yeah, we're hungry, so I'll get on this and I'll show you as I'm going, little bits anyway. Oh, and I forgot, and there's the rice as well. So this sushi vinegar is a mix of everything. So normally it's rice vinegar, sugar and salt, and this has already got it all mixed together, so it's handy. Otherwise, I think when I buy it myself that's not in a kit, I'm just going to buy the sushi vinegar because it's got everything else in. So right, we're ready to start building. It's a bit loose on this end. Need to work at getting it tighter. Right there. So let's see what it looks like when it's cut. There we go. Not terrible. They do hold their own. It's just the ends that are a bit floppy. So that's good. Number one done. Gone to fishy one. Well, not only is it standing up to being picked up with chopsticks, but Well, good morning. Coffee number 2 of the day, going down well. Not recorded much over the past few days because there's not been really, I say not that much going on. Rob's been here, so I've been catching up with Rob. We had a good old takeaway night in the bar at Willow Fields, even though it's not technically open yet. It doesn't open until Easter weekend, but we just used it for the space and got a takeaway in. So that was lovely. And then yeah, we've just been sat. We went for a hike with Rob. If ever you come to Willow Fields and you fancy a good old hike, walk, whatever, right, all different road surfaces, go from Willowfield to Euston Ferry and back again. There's the White Hart pub at the end of Euston Ferry where you can get some food as like a halfway mark before you come back again. It is tough on the old feet. We did it yesterday. My feet and my bum are killing me this morning, but not as bad as it was last time. So maybe that's a little bit of progress, eh? So today, I mean, John's not settling in the caravan. Caravans aren't his thing, but it's doing nice. It's a lovely little caravan for what we paid for it, for the reason we got it. So I think anything that's not John's van at the moment is not going to be right. So it's been good because we've been playing cards in there with Rob in the evening, and it's nice having the extra space. It's lovely. So yeah, so that's been the thing. So today we're going to go out and get some food because we've not done a shop since being in Europe. So we're going to go out and do some shopping. It's Japanese week at Lidl, so guess who's going down there to get some bits. So I've got my little sushi making kit, as you've seen, and the sushi went well. The next time I will show you how I did it because it's a little bit of a technique to get, but it's not that hard. But I didn't want to balls it all up and then show you that and then get all confusing. So next time I make some, hopefully it'll go as well as it went last time. And I'll show you again what I made and how I made it. But they have wakame salad. And I'm always raving about that green seaweed salad. They have those in little pouches at Lidl. So if they've got them there, I don't care how much they are. I am clearing the shelf because that stuff is amazing. And I need some sesame seeds or poppy seeds to go on the outside of my sushi rolls. I got another packet of rice from Amazon, and maybe some things to go inside. So yeah, that's going to be, it's going to be a nice little trip just to do that and then stock up. And then all you're going to see is me eating sushi for a bit. So yeah, so obviously we're staying around for John's van anyway, but we needed to be up here in the next 2 weeks anyway, because I've got blood tests and doctor's appointments and things to do. So we might go out for some days and things in my van. I know we're going to go up and check on John's van. It's about 40 minutes away from where we are here. But yeah, so that's literally the plan. The plan is not really much is going to go on. So I think we're going to make the most of this time. I've got to see there's a few people I need to catch up with. So I might scoot over to Manchester and back again or somewhere else, depending on who is female with a camper van who's said we're going to meet up. So we need to meet up and do that. And make the most of this little bit of downtime, but also do some other things. I've got some ideas that I've been flinging around for menopausal t-shirts and things. I've had a couple. You've probably seen my sweaty, itchy and a little bit bitchy jumper. I've just got to refine that a little bit, and then I'm going to be putting that up as something a little bit merchy. But there's a couple of other things as well I want to do with that. I've done some pretty good progress with my cookbook, so I'm going to maybe finish that off, or at least get a little bit further on with that, and just basically catch up with all the stuff that we've not really got enough time to do because we're always busy travelling and enjoying ourselves. So yeah, right then, finish the coffee, pack up the van, bugger off shopping.